Welcome, everybody. How's it going out there? Oh, come on. Wake up a little bit. All right, if you don't know, my name is Jay Pritchard. I'm the Director of Marketing for the Sunbolt Association. I want to thank you all on behalf of our staff for coming out and supporting this wonderful event. Thank Sunbolt Racetrack for all that they do for us, and Carlitos for being a partner as well. If you haven't yet, make sure you get yourself a wristband. They are limited. We have limited food, so please be kind to those around you and don't take it. Once you get that done, we do have some prizes over here at the table. It is bowl swag from a bunch of different bowls. I hate to disappoint you, but no Tony the Tiger stuff. But it is free. So once you get your item, you'll get a little check mark on your wristband, and then you are good to go. Enjoy, guys. We're expecting an announcement in about a half an hour. Once again, thank you all for showing up. And if you haven't yet, buy your tickets. Guess what? You can do it right over there in the corner. David, our ticket manager, is right over by that big, huge, bright light. Don't worry, you're not going to be on camera. That is our live feed. So smile, everybody, enjoy, and have a lot of fun. Thank you once again.
All right, everybody. Mike Tipton joined here by Eddie Morelos. He is a part of the Sunbolt Association. We've got some amazing stuff going on here, Eddie. You look so much taller than me. I guess you are. You're decently taller than me, but I mean, hey, whatever. It's okay. I sound like this at least. That's my one and only saving grace.
There you go.
Tell me a little bit about what we can expect here. We've got an amazing crowd out here. Tony the Tiger
Look at him.
is walking around. What should we be expecting? Like, what are the main teams that we should be expecting to hear from an announcement right now?
Well, it is Selection Sunday where all the bowl games across all the country are finding out which teams are going to play where. So, the college football playoff was announced about an hour ago. So all the 12 teams are there.
Yep.
So now they're determining where all the rest of the teams are going for all the rest of the bowl games.
And this year, unlike last year, we're not going to have a Florida State type of issue where things are delayed by X amount of time or anything like that.
Actually, there is some, and it's not with our conference. It's actually out of the SEC. I just found out there's some issues going on, very similar to what we went through last year,
man.
and that's how Notre Dame dropped to us because of things like that. So I'm assuming, and I don't know the facts, but just my assumption is it's probably with Alabama. Alabama dropped down, and there's probably some, things going on with who's going to get Alabama. So there's some delays with that. And because of that, that delays the other phone calls and so on and so forth. But it shouldn't be too long, and there's a lot of options on both sides of it. Out of the ACC side of thing, Louisville, Georgia Tech, even Syracuse. Syracuse did really well this year. Virginia Tech, Boston College, Duke. There's a lot of options on the ACC side. Pac-12, former Pac-12 schools we're looking at, Washington, USC, and Cal. It's about down to 3 on that side.
I was saying that my matchup scenario that I would like to see would be USC versus Syracuse. I just think that'd be a fun game to watch, especially like you said, Syracuse this year, the upset over Miami. They're the ones that we can blame for causing a whole bunch of this chaos.
Oh yeah,
is Syracuse. What would be your matchup? Like, what was the one that you would like to see the most?
I guess 2 of them, either Louisville versus USC or Syracuse versus Washington.
Syracuse, that'd be fun.
I really like that one because, the teams are coming from the most northern parts and eastern and western parts of the country, traveling all the way down to El Paso, Texas. You know what I mean?
Get a little bit of warmth.
Yeah, they'll enjoy some warmth and desert. It'd be pretty cool to have a team coming from New York all the way to El Paso, and then the other team coming from Seattle all the way down to El Paso, so that they can experience what the people of El Paso bring. The hospitality that we bring.
What's it like knowing, all the work you put in all year long? It's paying off right here as we see some of this. Like, this is just step one of obviously a lot of things that you've got coming on. This has to be the worst month of your life. We got Tony the Tiger right here behind us.
Tony the Tiger, we're going to bring him on. But, you were talking about what is it about? You know what I mean? Working all year long to do all this stuff. I mean, look at this room. Like, we're overlooking the room, and it's jam-packed. And everybody's having fun, right? Everybody's real antsy about who's going to come to the game. And all I know is that we got Tony the Tiger here live.
He's hanging out with us.
You know what I mean?
He's got his picks.
Providing, are you going with Syracuse, Washington? Yeah. Okay.
Oh, he's not going to let us know yet.
We'll wait then. That's pretty cool, man. So, we just, just the fact of the matter that everybody's enjoying this. I look around, I see people just mingling with each other, talking football. There's football on all the screens over here, right? Everybody's enjoying the football stuff. You know what I mean? We get Tony with us all the time. That's so cool. I'm so stoked that Tony the Tiger's here right now, live on this. Is the Fire and Ice still? Is it still?
No, this is just a random thing I decided I wanted to do right now.
I thought this was the Fire and Ice show, but we got Tony the Tiger here, and that's so neat. So thank you, Tony. Appreciate you, man.
Thank you for being here, Tony.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
And again, it's just about providing events for the people. You know what I mean? And that's what it is. I mean, this place is jam packed. I think this is the most full I've ever seen it, especially this early. You know what I mean? And we just put on the Thanksgiving Day parade, the Glasheen Bias and Interman Injury Lawyer Stumble Parade, and same thing, right? We were able to see all the smiles, all the wonderful things going on. I mean, just the wonderful people out there enjoying it, and that's definitely what it's about. I just see people here enjoying it, and it's awesome.
And it's great to see like the I guess reception of everything, right? Like last year was my first time coming out here, and even with that delay because of what happened, us lucky enough to wind up getting Notre Dame. Yeah. Even with that delay, no one left. They were here. It was a 3-hour delay, and everyone was here just waiting to see what was going to happen. And I think that to me shows, the way that the city comes out and supports the Tony the Tiger Stumble. I mean, it's awesome. Obviously, looking as someone I consider you my friend, as someone that I consider a friend. Watching, all the hard work that you guys are putting in over here, paying off. Obviously, we got the game coming up here on the 31st. tell people, are there still tickets available? How, obviously you don't know the amount of tickets that are available, but where can they go to get those tickets?
I will say this, that as far as ticket sales go, we are way far ahead of where we were at last year before the announcement came, right? And then when the announcement came last year, we're gone in really quick, right? So we're way ahead of that, way ahead. You can call 915-533-4416, 915-533-4416. That's where you can buy your tickets over the phone. You can go to Ticketmaster.com. You can also just go to our office, 4150 Pinnacle Street, and David Brown, our ticket manager, is ready to get your tickets. You know what I mean? Get you your tickets. So again, he's even here right now. If you wanted to buy your tickets, you can do that now here at this event. You can still get here. If you're in El Paso, come on over and get your tickets now. Again, we are at 4150 Pinnacle Street, Suite 100, and 915-533-4416 is how to buy the tickets.
All right, Eddie, I'll go ahead and let you get on out of here. I appreciate you
Yeah,
taking
man,
your time. You're a busy man.
I people waving at me, calling me, and I mean, it's all good, man. If you would like another guest, I could bring you another guest.
Hey, I'm down. Anytime you got a guest for me, send them over my way.
will.
I got you.
Hey, thank you, man.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you too. Awesome. I will take that for you. All right. Want to give a big thank you as I get off camera here. He's so much taller than me. It's not even funny. All right. So we are maybe 15, 20 minutes away from whenever they're going to be making the announcement. I am going to turn myself over. So y'all aren't here to see me. You're here to see what's going on over here. So I'll turn the camera around once again. That way y'all can enjoy some of the things that we've got over here. Obviously, you see the stage is being set up. I'm not too sure how the camera's going to do once we get a little bit of sunlight heading into it. But you can kind of see, I'll probably get in trouble with the NFL for showing the Verizon halftime report, but you can kind of see there's a good amount of people hanging out over here. Then you got all the stuff that we're doing. So it's going to be a good time over here with the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl. The announcement should be made here in a little under half an hour. Let's get back nice and in that area right there. So, again, the announcement should be made in about half an hour. I will go ahead and mute myself. That way y'all don't have to worry about anything. We might have some more guests, as Eddie alluded to, joining us here on this special presentation of what we're doing with the Tifton Sports Broadcasting Network. Thank you to everyone that is tuned in right now. If you want to, go ahead and in the comment section, let us know what teams you would like to see. Obviously, we have the Pac-12. We were talking about Washington, USC being some of the front runners for coming over to the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl this year. And out of the ACC, Syracuse, a ton of teams that are out there. Duke is another one of the teams that could possibly come on out here and represent the ACC. I know there's a lot of people out there, big old Dookie fans, that are wanting to see the Blue Devils come over here to El Paso. It's been about 4 years since the Blue Devils have been to El Paso. But once again, I will turn the microphones off until I get another guest over this way. That way y'all don't have to hear me just talking and talking and talking. Thank you once again for tuning in to Tifton Sports Broadcasting's coverage of the 93rd Annual Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl Announcement Ceremony.
You tell me, okay?
Oh, we're good right there. That's good.
I guess that we've seen. All right, everybody, how's it going out there? Okay, just to give you a little heads up, they are currently on the call right now with the ACC, so we'll find out which side, who's on side of the ball we'll have here in a couple minutes. I'm going to give away a nice little prize, and I want to thank MG Logistical Services, our new partner for our basketball skills camp, as they have graciously donated some gift cards for us. So, put on your thinking caps. Here's a quick piece of trivia. By show of your hand, please give me somebody who has the answer for last year's score of the game. Anybody? Oh, right here. No. I see a hand way in the back. Nice and loud, I can't hear you. That's my man right there. Come on up, bud. Just a reminder, guys, if you haven't seen our schedule of calendar events coming up, be sure to join us for the West Star Don Haskins Sun Bowl Invitational on December 20th and 21st. UTEP, Yale, Jackson State, and Akron will all be participating in the wonderful holiday tradition. Once again, that basketball tournament is the oldest holiday basketball tournament in the country. Also join us for the festivities of the night before the game, December the 30th. I was told if I stayed away from there, we'd be okay. So, December the 30th, the Fan Fiesta, it's open to the public. It's downtown at the Convention Center and is brought to you by Visit El Paso. Please join us. It's free to the public. It's the Battle of the University Bands. There's lots of booths, interactive games for you guys all to enjoy. If you are attending the game, which we hope you are, please join us in the morning starting at 8:30 on Glory Field. It's right across the street from the stadium. Have breakfast with Tony the Tiger. Lots of giveaways, lots of fun prizes, free beverages, and all that purchase as well. Take the hassle out of your tailgate. Join us over there and then walk right into the stadium. So, hopefully within about the next 30 to 40 minutes, we'll get the other call and finalize who's going to be the matchup for this year's Tournament of Your Summer. Thank you.
So James Montoya, right? And he What's up? Make sure that we actually record. I don't have these on. All right, everybody. Mike Tipton here once again with the 93rd Annual Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl Association. They're going to be making their announcement here very, very shortly. However, I am joined by one of the district attorneys here in the city of El Paso, James Montoya.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much for joining us here. What is it that you want to talk about? You got some pretty cool stuff out here.
We do. So, the Sun Bowl, it's a cherished tradition for El Pasoans and our families and folks from out of town. But we know and we recognize that some people partake in this celebration with some adult beverages. And so we just want to make sure that people drink responsibly and that they get home safe from the Sun Bowl and on New Year's Eve. And so right now, the district attorney's office under DA Bill Hicks secured a grant from TxDOT, the Texas Department of Transportation, for free Uber rides on New Year's Eve starting on December 31st for people to get home. And so there's going to be 800 free Uber rides up to $20. They're $20 vouchers. You input it in your phone and you'll get that ride. And they start at 10 a.m. On the day of the game. And hopefully people use them up fairly quickly, but they will last up until 5 a.m. on New Year's Day. So you don't have to be at the game to use them. You can use them if you're out and about on New Year's Eve. We just really want people to get home safely.
Is there a certain code that you would use, or is it just something that you already know?
No. So great question. So it's a QR code that you have to file or scan from your phone. It'll be available on the district attorney's social media page, which is EP District Attorney's Office. It'll also be available on the Sun Bowl Association, the website. And so you input the QR code and you get the voucher.
And I will be sharing it on my social media as well. We'll put a little link up here. I'll make this a separate video on its own.
Yes.
So that way we've got all our angles covered.
Right.
How important is it for you to kind of like stress that message of like, look, you can have fun, but let's make sure we're doing it safely?
That's exactly right. It's not a crime to have a good time. It's not a crime to drink alcohol. But when you make a choice to get behind the wheel after you've had too much, then it becomes an issue. And I hate to see it, especially during the holidays. People have lost their loved ones during this time. 10 years ago on Christmas Eve, we lost 3 young adults forever because of the choices of one person. And I know that people don't set out to kill someone that day, but it happens. And this crime is 100% preventable. People just need to make a plan. If you're going out and you're having a good time and then you're trying to figure out a way to get home, by then it's too late. You need to make a plan before you head out how you're getting home that night.
There you go, everyone. It's going to be a QR code on the district attorney's social media page, on the
Sunbolt
website
Association.
as well,
Mhm.
Sunbolt Association's pages. I'm going to share it on out there. If you see it out there, please share it as well. Once again, we cannot stress, make sure you get home safely. That is the most important thing that you can do. Get home to your loved ones.
Right.
Have a fun time,
Right.
but make sure you're getting home to your loved ones.
Exactly.
James, thank you so much.
No,
I
appreciate it,
appreciate
Mike.
that
Thank you
message.
so much.
Who do you want to see? Who do you want to see
So
in the
I want
Sun
to
Bowl?
see Georgia Tech and Cal.
Georgia Tech and Cal.
Yeah.
That's who you're going for.
Yes, sir.
My whole mindset was I wanted USC,
Uh-huh.
Southern California, and Syracuse. I just thought
Okay.
that'd be fun. It'd be
Very
too much
good.
orange and red,
Yeah,
though.
right, right. I think they'd have to come up with a different uniform.
Well, one of them's got to have white.
White,
somewhere.
yeah, exactly.
You got
Yeah,
your road whites
yeah,
or whatever
yeah.
it is. James, once again,
All
thank
right.
you, sir. We appreciate all you're doing.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, everybody, we are going to go back over to the main screen that we have, where we are waiting for the announcement of who will be playing in the Sun Bowl Association, or the 93rd annual Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl Association, the game that we have coming up here on December 31st. A big thank you to James Montoya. Like you said, make sure you get home safely. If you're traveling here to the city of El Paso, that's fantastic. They're going to have, Uber rides and everything like that for you, so that way you can make sure you get to where you need to be a safe manner. And it's not just for the game. It's going to be all day long, starting at 8 o'clock in the morning, lasting until 5 a.m. New Year's Day. It's one of the best parts about having a bowl game on New Year's Eve is that you get to go out, tailgate, have yourselves a little bit of fun. The game starts at noon, so you get yourself a couple of hours of tailgating before that all starts too. Hey, who knows how it goes. But I'm going to take a little break right now because, once again, you are not listening to this to listen to me. You are waiting to see who will be participating in the 93rd annual Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl. We got an announcement not too long ago that the ACC was on the phone with the Sun Bowl Association, trying to figure out who will be representing the ACC. I believe the Pac-12 will be on the phone with them here shortly, so we should have the announcement in just a few minutes. Stay tuned with us here, as it is Tipton Sports Broadcasting Network's coverage of the 93rd annual Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl Association and their announcement of the teams that will be participating. Want to give a big thank you to our friends over at Sunland Park Racetrack and Casino for hosting this event. This is an amazing event. There are hundreds of people out here partaking in some of the festivities, some of the giveaways that they have as well. So thank you to Sunland Park Racetrack and Casino for hosting us. I will be back. You all will be watching the screen. Let me know in the comment section who you want to see. We already saw that Clive said no Louisville. I would like an explanation on that, Clive. Like, what is it against Louisville? We just don't want Cardinals here? Is that what it is? Let us go ahead and know what teams you want to see here in the 93rd annual Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl.
It's trivia time again. How many of you guys attended the Glasheen Bias Dinderman Sumble Thanksgiving Day Parade? Look at that. That's it. Come on. There was like 250,000 people out there. All right. Hands down. For another gift card, courtesy of MG Logistical Services. Let's give them a big hand for being our new partner, huh? Show of hands, who can tell me who the Grand Marshal was this year? I saw a hand way back there. Wayne Thornton, there you go. Come on up. All right, we got some more prizes I want to give up. Come on up, you can go ahead and play this. We're giving away a couple of other items over here. In 2001, put on your thinking caps, in 2001, the matchup was Washington State versus Miami. However, Miami had to drop out because of COVID. Who replaced Miami? I got the guy in the hand right here. That's what I said, 2021. Central Michigan, that's correct. Come on around.
All right, everyone. I've seen a couple people in the comment section asking when does it start. Hoping that it does start soon. They are already on the phone from what we've been told a few minutes ago. We just got done with their phone call with the ACC. They should be on the phone now, coming up with the Pac-12 to see what the representatives are going to be. I saw that Clive over on X is saying, please, not El Paso. He doesn't want to watch his Cardinals in El Paso. It's a fun time out here, man. Come on. So hopefully here within the next couple of minutes, I see some people running around. That might be a good sign, hearing someone running around. You kind of might have heard his keys jingling. All right, y'all. You can see we have Bernie Olivas, the executive director of the Sun Bowl Association, up on the stage. Looks like now might be the time.
Good afternoon, everybody. We have some news coming up. Maybe I'll take a seat. We have the football committee up here. Suncorp, would you like to join us? Mr. Montoya, would you please come up here? I don't know why it takes so long for us to do this, but we've been waiting on those phone calls for a long time, and we've got it done. So we're going to make an announcement, but before we do, we've got even a better special announcement from our Assistant District Attorney, James Montoya. Please listen, because this could be very important to everybody, okay? We are partnered up with the city and the county. I'll let him explain. Mr. Montoya?
Thank you, Mr. Olivas. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is James Montoya. I'm your district attorney-elect. I'm here to announce for the second year, the district attorney's office is partnering with the Sun Bowl Association for a Pick Your Ride Drive Safe program on New Year's Eve on December 31st. This is a long cherished tradition here in El Paso. We know that family members, friends, people from out of town come and partake in the festivities. And we know as part of those festivities, sometimes people partake in alcoholic beverages. And that's okay. We want people to have a good time. It's not a crime to drink alcohol. It's not a crime to have fun, but it's a crime to get behind the wheel if you've had too much. And so we're very grateful. The district attorney's office has secured a grant from TxDOT, from the Texas Department of Transportation, to provide 800 Uber vouchers, free Uber rides, on December 31st, starting at 10 a.m., the morning of the game. They will last until they're gone, but they will last until 5 a.m. on New Year's Day. And so you don't have to be at the game to use them. You can be anywhere throughout the city. We want people to use them. Last year, we had vouchers left over. Okay, so we want people to use them. They're up to $20 worth of a free Uber ride. You can access them with a QR code that will be available on the district attorney's social media, EP District Attorney's Office, as well as the social media for the Sun Bowl Association. We want people to use this. Nobody wants to be in a crash. No one wants to kill someone, because of what they've done that day. This is 100% preventable. We want people to make a plan. If you go out and you have a good time and your thinking is impaired, by then it's a little late. We want people to make a plan to get home before they go out. And so we want people to use these vouchers. We want them to be finished. Anyone can use them throughout the city, 10 a.m., New Year's Eve to 5 a.m. on New Year's Day. And we're very, very grateful for the Sun Bowl Association's commitment, not just to providing quality, fun, family entertainment, but their commitment to ensuring that El Pasoans stay safe on that day. Thank you all so much.
Thank you very much. I'd like to thank the district attorney's office for doing this. Please don't drink and drive. Have a lot of fun, but you got a free ride home now. All right? Please take advantage of the opportunity to get a safe ride home. Now, again, at this moment, I'd like to thank all the media for being here and all our fans for being here for this great announcement. And I think we are super, super happy for our matchup this year. All right? It is fantastic. We can't wait for the teams to get here. But I'm going to let our president, Mr. Michael Guerra, announce who the ACC team will be playing in this year's Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl. Michael?
Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. It's an absolute pleasure to serve as your president. I know that our community is going to come out in full force. And on the ACC side, we have Louisville.
By the way, Louisville has never played in the Sun Bowl, so we're extremely happy to have them here. They have an 8-4 record. They're a fantastic team. They got some great wins, and we couldn't be happier to have a team that has never been here for us to be able to extend our hospitality the way everybody knows it. Now, our football chairman, who's been here for quite some time, and he's been to a lot of Sun Bowl football games, let me tell you. But Mr. John Fulmer is going to announce who the home team, and we'll be representing the Pac-12. In case you guys don't know, yes, we have access to all the Pac-12 schools that left, so we have one back. Mr. John Fulmer.
Thanks, Bernie. This is really a pleasure. It's exciting that we were able to get a team, and the most exciting thing about it is you all stayed here. Unlike last year when it took us so long, it didn't take us that long this year. But we're fortunate to have a team that played the championship game last year. They're playing and representing the Pac-12, even though they're in the Big Ten, which is really good for us to have that kind of relationship. And hopefully going forward, we'll do a lot more having the Big Ten and those other schools involved. But to make it short, it's University of Washington. Also, I want to appreciate and give recognition to a guy that's been involved in our game. He used to be a sponsor of our game. He used to be a sponsor of our parade. He's a big supporter of ours. He's helped us a great deal over the years. And I just thought I'd come in and ask him to get his fanny up here so I can introduce him, let him say a couple of words for you. Our Mayor, Oscar Leeser. Mayor?
Well, congratulations on the great matchup. And one of these things this year was probably one of the toughest years I know you all have had because of the playoff extension and the team scoring. And, every year you guys do an incredible job of making sure that the city gets a marquee game and the city gets an incredible bowl game. So, again, this has been such a tradition for the city of El Paso, the second oldest bowl game, that it's what a great honor. This will be my last year as the mayor of the city of El Paso, but I can tell you it won't be my last year participating in the ball game. And Bernie, congratulations and the great work. I know that you guys have really had to show your experience and everything on what y'all were doing to make sure we got a marquee game. And also, I tell you one thing, one of the things that, as being the former sponsor of the game, I can tell you that I'm very, very honored to be part with Tony the Tiger Bowl Game. They have done an incredible job from day one, the first time I went out there and met them, to how they got involved with the community, how they got involved with the kids, and how they made the bowl game what it is today. And really, that's really important when you have good partners and partners that care about your community. So Tony the Tiger, Kellogg's, congratulations and thank you for coming in and being part of our community. Thank you, Mick. God bless everyone.
Mayor, I apologize. I didn't see you come in. Where did you usually in our room? I didn't see you come in, or I would have introduced you earlier. But thank you for all the support throughout the years. Again, we have a tremendous matchup coming up. Before I let you go, I was remiss in not letting you know who the people behind me are. This is our football committee. These are the ladies and gentlemen who meet week after week and look at scores, look at schedules, look at future schedules, and try to make the best possible matchup. And if you can tell, this year there's a tremendous matchup with a team that played for the national championship just last year and a team who has never been here. Also, in front of me is our 2024 Sun Court, and they represent the Sun Bowl everywhere we go. And they go through some extensive interviews to be able to represent us. So thank you all for being here. Anybody else have something to say? Mr. Tony, would you like to say something? There we go. There we go. I hope you're all having fun. I hope everybody got something to take home with them. Present and past Sun Bowl, memorabilia, and stick around and have some fun. Drink some more, eat some more, and don't forget, do not drink and drive. And for the media, if you all need interviews from our chairman or our president or myself or anybody, we'll be available to you after we take pictures up here. Okay, thank you very much, and we'll see you on December 31st. If you don't have your tickets, we've got David Brown back there with that light selling them right now. they're going pretty fast. Don't be left out like last year. You know, last year we had an announcement we weren't ready for, and I tell you, the tickets sold out in 2 days. Please, if you don't have your tickets, we have a ticket salesperson for you right back in the back. Get them before you leave. All right? Let's sell that Sun Bowl out again like we did last year. Thank you.
So there we have it, y'all. The matchup for the 93rd annual Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl will be between the University of Washington and the University of Louisville. I know that some people are not going to be happy with it. I think that's going to be a fantastic matchup. It's going to be a lot of fun, like Jody is saying right here in the comments section as well. I'm so excited to see what happens with this game in particular. Luckily for me, I'm always down in the game, down on the sideline. So if you aren't able to make it here from either Louisville or from Washington or wherever it is that you're supporting one of those teams at, check out the lives. We got a lot of live streams that we're going to be doing. Obviously, I can't do play-by-play or anything like that, but, you know, we'll make it happen. We'll make it a good time for everyone. If you are coming into El Paso from Louisville or Washington, I think what I'm going to do is change the camera angle over here because I think that's a pretty cool little camera angle that we got. There we go. It's much better than looking at me. Much better than looking at my mug. But there's your matchup, Louisville versus Washington. I know up in the comment section, it was Clive who was not happy with the prospect of getting Louisville and El Paso at all. But I will say this, Clive, give El Paso a shot. If you haven't been here, give it a shot. We got some amazing food, amazing culture out here, as well as asked earlier in the comment sections as well. When will the Battle of the Bands be? The Battle of the Bands will take place on Monday, the 30th, at the Sun Bowl Fan Fiesta. You can go to sunbowl.org. That's going to be the place that you would want to go to make sure that that you're checking out everything that the Sun City has to offer. Apologies here, trying to answer questions and talk to people all at the same time while hosting the show and doing all this other type of stuff. Again, this was a real impromptu thing for me, but I wanted to make sure that we had some representation happening here with the Sun Bowl. I appreciate all the people that have tuned in right now. Fantastic numbers. I appreciate y'all for the support on it as well. I'll give myself a little shameless plug here. The Tipton Sports Broadcasting Network. We have a show Monday through Thursday on National Streaming Sports via Roku. So if you want to check that out, we talk about all things, not just sports here in the city of El Paso. I talk about how the Dallas Cowboys disappoint me a lot. So if you hate the Dallas Cowboys, it's probably the place for you. You get to drink my tears. Well, once again, the matchup right now that we have for the 93rd annual Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl is going to be Louisville versus Washington. That's going to be a fun matchup. Louisville at 8-4 on the season, representing the ACC. Some good wins this year over Pitt. Lost to Clemson, so that's just a couple of them. Louisville, the 15th ranked team in the country. You got to love whenever you get to watch the staging process happen right in front of your eyes. Want to make sure we still have that good camera angle right there. Staging everything through. Don't forget that we also have the Sun Bowl basketball tournament that's going to be happening the week before the Sun Bowl game itself. UTEP, the University of Texas El Paso, will be welcoming in teams like Yale. Well, that'll be a fun matchup. Washington, the other representative in the Pac-12, well, I guess they're in the Big Ten now, but former Pac-12 teams. That's one of the things about the Sun Bowl is they have, over the next couple of years, they still have the ability to get teams in the Sun Bowl out of the Pac-12 that were former Pac-12 teams. This year, they will have the Washington Huskies come in. Last year, the Washington Huskies participating in the national championship game, so it's really fun to see them coming into the season, or coming into the game, rather, coming into El Paso. They are 6-6 on the season. Led by quarterback Will Rogers. He's got 2,458 passing yards, 14 total touchdowns. Obviously, the running game a big part of Washington Husky football. Jonah Coleman leading the way with them. He has 10 touchdowns on the season, 1,011 yards. Louisville, the fifth-ranked team in the ACC, behind SMU, Clemson, Miami, Syracuse. Clemson last night with a very dramatic victory over SMU to seal the deal for the ACC championship. If you didn't watch that game, it was a fantastic game. SMU tying the game up with 19 seconds left to go. Clemson able to run the ball down the field a couple of plays.
He's the head guy of our football board. This is John Fulmer, okay? He's the one that runs it.
Okay, excellent.
Right here with this gentleman right here. He's on a live show right now.
Live show, man. I'm ready.
We are going to be joined here by
John Fulmer.
John Fulmer in just a second. Once I give him his headphones, he gets set up, ready to go. We'll turn the camera over around to him, because he's the one we want to see. Y'all don't want to see me. Y'all want to see the representation of the Sun Bowl Association. So we'll go ahead and get that going on over here for you. John, you got a fantastic matchup right now between Louisville and Washington. Louisville making their debut in the Sun Bowl. Washington obviously representing the Pac-12 last year in the NCAA championship. Now we get them in the Sun Bowl. What are your expectations for this game?
Oh, it's going to be a great football game. You know, I've been doing this for 54 years. I've been chairman. The first game was 69. And I think about all the different football games and football teams we had. And I couldn't believe we never had Louisville as good as they are, and as good as they are as a sports organization and university. This is going to be great. It's always great. I mean, what can I say? I was born and raised here, been part of it forever. And I love it. I love it dearly and appreciate everything that you guys do for us, because it makes it happen. It's the biggest event for El Paso.
What would you say to the people from Louisville? How would you sell the city of El Paso to them? Because like you said, they haven't had a reason to come. Now they've got a reason. We've got to make sure we treat them right.
Well, that's exactly right. And you know what? We've told them all along in the years that we tried to get them here, and they obviously were too good. They by the time they got down to us, or they were too bad, they were already gone. We've told them, you will not realize and not experience it. And it's so funny because their basketball team knows, and they're Louisville, you know, is well known for the basketball, knows about El Paso and the hospitality, and it spreads. So the people in Louisville are excited, and we think they're going to get a real good turnout from them.
We already spoke a little bit about Louisville. Let's talk a little bit about Washington, getting the Huskies here. I can't remember the last time they were here. It feels like it's been a minute.
Yeah, it's been a minute or two, because they're an awful good football team. You know, obviously playing for the national championship last year, and gives us an opportunity to get them back. But Washington has been good. You know, Don James, when he came here many, many years ago, and they were so good. But what a great tradition to have, and have them coming. You know, this is their first year in the Big Ten, like it's our last year to have the Big 12. Now it's the Pac-12. Now it's a Pac-2. But we're lucky enough to have it, and it's going to be exciting.
How difficult was it for y'all to navigate those waters of the Pac-12 now going down to the Pac-2? We got to choose between XYZ team. Was there ever a point where y'all were feeling like you weren't going to be able to get any of those teams out of the Pac-12?
Oh, yeah. I mean, originally we went in and negotiated with them and negotiated with them. You know, you can't. We've been with you guys a long time. You can't just drop us. It's not like, you know, we haven't been friends of yours and they agreed. And I think that's when they instituted that
where we get a chance at them, no matter who they are, what conference they are, whether they're in the Big 12 or the Big 10 or whatever it is, we still get a chance for them, and then for the next 2 years. So this is the first year of that, and next year is the second. So we got one more time on it.
You look out here as you know, all year long, y'all are working to get to these moments right here. You had the parade about a week and a half ago. You have now, you know, this gathering of everyone here in El Paso, and then obviously the game's coming up at the end of the month. As you look out and you see all this, what emotions are coming over you at this moment?
Oh, boy. I wish you wouldn't have asked me that, because the emotions are very, very strong. I was born and raised here from Isleta, and watched it and been involved. You know, like I said, 54 years. It's an emotional thing for me. It's an emotional thing to see all these people come out and support us. Even though the track's not open, they're here and they're supporting us. And it's a loving thing to have. And that day of the game, you cannot believe the number of friends that I've made over the years. You know, hey, Juanito, what are you doing? And those kind of conversations, you know, it's incredible. I'm glad you brought it up. I'm sorry if I got emotional, but you can't blame me, man.
Hey, the kid from Isleta talking to the kid from Socorro. We know how this goes.
Yeah, once we're in the valley, man, we're in the valley.
Yes, sir. It's a part of us forever. All right, John, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for what you all do. I cannot wait to see this game on the 31st at high noon. Obviously, for the people that are going to be out there, let's make sure we're scanning those QR codes to make sure we got fresh rides home, safe rides home.
That's exactly right. Be safe, important, very important.
Yes, sir. It is John Fomer from the Sun Bowl Association joining us here. Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate your time. It's nice to meet you as well, sir. We have the Sun Bowl court. They're up on the stage right now, taking their pictures with the helmets representing both the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl, the City of El Paso Sun Bowl helmet, that blue helmet over on the end. You have the golden Washington Huskies helmet, and then of course Louisville Cardinal, that beautiful red popping off of the helmet as well. I'm excited for this matchup. So, you know, being able to get Louisville here in El Paso for the first time, that is an amazing event. I know I saw in the comment section earlier Paul Lane saying that he would like to see Louisville in the Sun Bowl. The Cards played there in 1958. I didn't do my due diligence here, so I don't have a whole bunch of history up here in front of me. Running this whole production basically by myself. So if you're going to say it looks amateur, that's the reason why I am an amateur. We got a couple of other people, a couple of other guests that might be on their way here as we continue with Tipton Sports Broadcasting Network's coverage of the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl. Once again, the announcement was made. We will have Louisville taking on Washington. This is going to be a fun matchup for me, at least. I love anytime that we get to have a couple of different teams that we don't see all the time. Like last year, the Sun Bowl between Oregon State and Notre Dame. It was a fantastic game. Notre Dame obviously pulling out the win in that one. But these two teams to me seem like it's going to be a fun matchup between Louisville, between Washington as well. I'd like to see what y'all think about these matchups. So if you want to, in the comment section, I see we got a few people tuned into the show still, which is a fun time here. Want to see what your predictions are for the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl. We'll stick with you here until the bottom of the hour. I guess the top of the hour, rather. Another 18 minutes we'll be hanging out here just to see how everything goes. I want to say thank you to our friends over at the Sun Bowl Association. They've been super gracious in allowing us to be here. Obviously, Sunland Park Racetrack and Casino. The racetrack closed today, but the casino's still open. They are hosting this whole event for not just the city of El Paso, but the people that are going to be coming in to the city of El Paso as well. Remember, the Battle of the Bands will be on Monday at the Fan Fiesta. Monday, December 30th at the Fan Fiesta. The Fan Fiesta starting at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, lasting all the way until 9 o'clock in the evening. That's going to be a fun time. It's one of the most family-friendly events that you can take your family out to. A lot of fun and games, a lot of vendors and people like that are going to be out there. It's just an absolute fun time for the people that are coming out visiting El Paso, even for those of us that are local to El Paso. It's a fun time to get on out there, just enjoy all the hospitality, everything that the great city of El Paso has to offer. I'd like to see some of my new friends on the show here come on out, especially if you're from the Louisville area. need to change your mind about the city of El Paso. We need to show you that it's a great place to be. Going to be a fun time. All right, everybody, thank you so much for continuing to stick with us here. Tipton Sports Broadcasting Network's coverage of the 93rd Annual Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl Association. They were making their picks for who was going to be representing which conferences in the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl. Out of the ACC, we have Louisville coming in with their 8-4 record, finishing 5th in the ACC. Then, of course, we're going to have Washington, the Huskies. They were in the national championship game last year. Now we get them in the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl, 6-6 on the season. They are doing a fantastic job over there, keeping the traditions going. Both these teams, it's going to be a phenomenal matchup. Obviously, everyone, whenever you come on out here to El Paso, the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl game is going to be happening on the 31st of December at high noon. Obviously, there's going to be tailgating. There's going to be all the fun stuff that you do on out there. If you do come on out here to El Paso, you do decide you're going to have yourself a good old fun time, make sure you scan those QR codes. They're going to be all over social media. They'll be on my social media as well, at Mr. Tipton33 on all social media platforms. If you want to just give us a little bit of a follow over there as well. My own shameless plug, you can check out my show, The Tipping Point with Mike Tipton, on National Streaming Sports. It's going to be on YouTube, on Facebook, X, and even on Roku via the National Streaming Sports app. Once again, the matchup that we're going to have here in the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl is going to be Louisville taking on the Washington Huskies. That's going to be such a phenomenal matchup. Make sure you get your tickets. They're still available on Ticketmaster. You can get them as low as $22 in the end zone area. So you can check them out on Ticketmaster.com for the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl. Once again, everyone, that matchup is going to be the Louisville Cardinal taking on the Washington Huskies here in the 93rd Annual Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl, December 31st at high noon in the beautiful Sun Bowl Stadium in the beautiful city of El Paso, Texas. Thank you all so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time